Everyone, this is the Group 7 and today we will be discussing the Chapter 7, Planning Specifics for Hospitality and Tourism Industry. Objectives. At the end of the chapter, the students will be able to identify and differentiate the specific requirements in building facilities for hospitality and tourism and explain the importance of area-specific planning in hospitality and tourism. So the first content is influences on development. The successful development of hospitality and tourism facilities usually depends on a lot of factors, many of which can be grouped according to the following. First is the marketing. It responds to what the demand wants. Development should match increasing and unsatisfied demand. Ensures the establishment is relevant to the market needs. In simple forms, marketing helps us understand what people want. So for example, ang bagungon niya ning establishment or facility is the Daily Joe. It understands the people wants. Di ba usungon yan ang mga milk tea or coffee na talaga namang patok sa mga students. And before building any facility, we must check if there are many people looking for that type of service. So like I said, ang sa Daily Joe is aram nila na dakol ang maghahanap ning coffee and mga milk tea na usong-usong yan. If there is high demand and not enough supply, then it's a good idea. If there is a high demand and not enough supply, then it's a good develop that facility. So, ang sinasabi digde, kung kunwari, igwang high demand digde na kahit puhan ang product na yan, tapos duman sa lugar na to, is may upang product na nagtitinda ng arog ka to, it's a good idea na mag-build ka ng business katong product na ito. And sunod is economics. Number 2, economics. Considers the state of the economy, includes financial incentives or constraints, determines whether investment is feasible or risky. So, this refers to the overall condition of the economy. If the economy is doing well, investors are more willing to put money into building new facilities. But if the economy is bad, it may be harder to get funds because people are more careful with their money. So, in simple words, kung ang economy is magayon, successful, it will be attract investors na mag-invest ng money to that business or company. But if the economy is bad, nahihilingan ka mga investors, so iisipon ninda na pag nag-invest sindang money, manulugi sinda. And baka dahil makabalik ang kwarta ninda. So number 3, location. Availability of appropriate sites. Adequate infrastructure and accessibility. Environmental and community compatibility. This factor checks if there is a good place to build the facility. The location must be accessible and have good infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and water supply. A good location can attract more tourists while a poor one can discourage them. So for example, ang product ko sa bago na sinasabi is ang Daily Joe. So ang location kang Daily Joe is Magayon. Since nasa dulo, nasa mismong sentro kung saan nag-aagi-agi ang mga students. And ang mismong harap niya is ang mini park. And sa gilid niya is park, which is tambayan ka mga students. Good for leisure talaga. Sunod is the enterprise. Correct interpretation of development requirements, entrepreneurial skills needed for financing and expertise, ensures efficient project execution. This is about the people or organization behind the project. They need to understand all the requirements needed to start and run the facility successfully. They must also be capable of getting the finances, skills, and expertise needed for the project. So before building a facility or a business, people should know what it is, and they should have a skills to build that facility or business. Last is the planning and design. It focuses on creating an attractive, functional, and financially viable facility. Ensures alignment with marketing and operational needs. This focuses on the technical side of creating the facility. It involves designing a place that is attractive, functional, and financially practical. Good planning and design make sure the facility looks good, works well, and can cooperate without losing money. So in planning and design, in building a facility, you need to plan and design. It should be attractive to attract the customers. And and aside from being attractive, it should be financially practical. So, pag magayon kaya ang facility mo, mas makaka-attract ka siya ng customers eh. Kunwari, mahiling ka mga customers na mapresko duman sa business or facility mo. And napaka-appealing or aesthetic to the eyes. Lalo na sa mga kaakian mo niyan or kabataan na more on aesthetic side and post sa social media, Facebook. So, mas pipiliin nindang magduman or bisitahon ang lugar na to. Since for the content or social norms, mga ganon. So, we should design our facilities and while thinking about the aesthetic and practical and financially practical.
Next is planning specifics per hotel and others lodgings establishment. Number 1. Storytelling and design concept. Concept development through storytelling helps defines identity branding, guest experience, guides design of spaces, textures, and operational strategies. Number the storytelling and the design concept. So, the storytelling po and design concept is all about the design narrative should immerse guests and in unique story influencing every details from architecture to decor, creating a memorable experiences. Number 2. Connection of external elements. Climate and location affect design decisions. Sun orientation influences sunning materials and colors, enhances guest comfort and experiences. So, ang connection to external elements po is all about integrated the hotel with surrounding by incorporating local cultures, materials, and views, fostering a sense of place and authenticity. Third, first impression. First 7 seconds, shape guest perception. Entrance must be inviting and aligned with the theme. Receptions. Area should give warm welcome. But the guest room should be calm yet engaging. So, first impression is all about the entrance and lobby must captivated by guests, immediately setting the tone for their stay with striking design, efficient service, and welcoming atmosphere. Number 4. The guest room. Most important guest space should be divided into functional stress-free zones. Key elements, bed, showers, storage, use textures, lighting, and colors to enhance experience. So, the guest room design po as a personal sanctuaries focusing on comfort, functionality, and aesthetics with truthful touches and cater to individuals' needs. Number 5. Guest experience addresses both aesthetic and functional needs. Space for relaxations, fun and entertainment, socialization. Architect must study guest habits and preference. So, the guest experience po is all about every interactions and amenity should enhance the guest journey, creating seamless, personalized, and delightful moments that exceed their expectation. Number 6. Hotel common areas includes lodge, restaurant, breakfast, station pool, encourage interactions among guests and staff, provides branding and enhances the hotel's revenue most lively and enjoyable. For hotel common areas, should encourage social interaction and relaxations, blending functionality with appealing design to create vibrant and inviting spaces.
Good morning everyone. This is chapter 7 of planning specifics for restaurants. Number 1, the facade is very important. The entrance to a restaurant is very important. Remember that guests will start coming to the restaurants once they recognize the restaurant. And a good facade makes up a large portion of recognizability for a nice facade. The architect needs to make the design catchy and unique with the restaurant's name bold enough to readable and stand out from afar. Utilizing a theme can also help in establishing an image for the guest. The design should follow the theme and be easily accomplished. Number 2, keep an eye on your target clients. When planning a restaurant design, it is best to fine-tune the requirements with the targeted guest. Different markets will have different taste and feelings toward designs presented to them. If focusing on a young crowd, the architect needs to experiment with the interior. He should use bold and bright colors, funky furniture, and different wall art, and posters or balconies to spice up the guest experience. For a corporate crowd, it is very important to make the design as chic and simple as possible, using base colors, edgy furniture, and clean interior designs. Number 3, choosing the right light. Lights are very vital part of the restaurant. They can enhance the furniture, hide some flaws, and appeal to restaurant guests. Using appropriate lights can alter the total face of the restaurant. A table filled with a pool of proper light in a semi-dark area can change make wonders in playing the intimate atmosphere. Number 4, selecting your colors. Well, psychologists often refer to color as having a significant impact on people's brains, impacting their decision-making process. Tacky colors are not often appreciated as they are hurtful to the eyes. Using the right color scheme can assist in developing visually appealing place. Some colors may make a space appear wider and spacious. Number 5, use a selection of tables. Even tables need to be blended in the design mix. To do this, check the target client. Usually, one needs to mix up to 4 or 6 top tables, heading to the different restaurant designs. Consider the needs, privacy, and demands of every customer and rearrange the tables appropriately. Number 6, establishing a clear layout. The architect should be able to create a visual path for the guest while planning the layout of the restaurant. Preparing the proper design would ensure that the plots are effective and properly distributed among different sections of the restaurant. Number 7, selecting good music. Music is very important in designing a restaurant. It appeals not only to our ears, but to all our senses. Take into consideration the theme of the restaurant when deciding on the type of music to play. Research the different type of music and their effect on the behavior of the guest. Number 8, taking care of your restrooms. For some reasons, restaurant designer does not actually look at restroom. However, it is very critical for an architect to design the restroom as part of the restaurant. In a house, the restroom is usually maintained because it is a public room for guests. The same concept applies to the restaurant. Number 9, the kitchen. The kitchen is the main production area of a restaurant. It is where most of the food items are processed and cooked. Thus, the design should be as innovative as possible. If one decides to have an open kitchen, use a big glass door. The guest will be fascinated by how the orders are actually prepared in the kitchen. Try to accentuate the process of food preparation through your showmanship skills. Number 10, heating and ventilation. This is also a very important aspect of designing a restaurant as there is a lot of smoke that is generated from the kitchen. It is very important that a proper heating and ventilation mechanism be in place. The restaurant should have Proper air conditioning, as safety, security, and comfort should be the main priority of the management.